If you think Arkansas is just flat farmland and highway exits, buckle up, because hidden in this drive-through state is a federally protected wild river, a cliff ledge that looks like CGI, mountain roads that feel illegal to be this fun, and Victorian towns so crooked they make San Francisco look organized. And the wild part? Most people outside the South have no idea any of it exists. Locals are perfectly fine with that. But today, we're not. This is Unseen Arkansas. 10 secret Ozark and river gems most tourists completely miss. No theme parks, no interstates, no chain chaos. Just a version of Arkansas that whispers instead of shouts. Let's start with the river that almost wasn't. 1. Buffalo National River. America's forgotten wild river. The Buffalo National River isn't just pretty, it was America's first national river, protected in 1972 after a massive fight to stop a proposed dam. And because of that battle, it still flows free. No reservoirs, no marina skylines, just 135 miles of clear Ozark water, winding under 500-foot limestone bluffs. On a calm morning, fog clings to the cliffs like it's guarding a secret. Canoe through Steel Creek or Tyler Bend, and the only sound you'll hear is paddle drips and songbirds echoing off rock walls. Spring brings strong water flow and seasonal waterfalls. Fall turns the bluffs into orange and gold reflections. If you want quiet, go midweek and go early. Summer weekends fill up fast. And yes, the water stays chilly even when the air doesn't, so bring a layer. It feels like your own private national park. But if you think Arkansas saved its best view for a river, wait until you see the ledge. 2. Hawksbill Crag, Whitaker Point, the postcard ledge. Hawksbill Crag, also known as Whitaker Point, looks like someone photoshopped a rock beak into the sky. A narrow sandstone point juts into open air above a rolling sea of forest. Stand on it and you feel like you're in a movie trailer. The hike is about 3 miles round trip. Not a stroll, but not Everest either. Expect mossy rocks, little stream crossings, and a final step out moment that will absolutely rearrange your camera roll. Late October? Unreal. The valley becomes a quilt of red and gold. Planning tip: the gravel road going in can get rough after heavy rain. Don't bring a low clearance car and don't wear flip-flops unless you enjoy controlled sliding. Good shoes, a little patience, and you're golden. And here's the thing, most visitors only come for that one photo, but Arkansas rewards people who keep moving. Which brings us to the road that feels like a time machine. 3. Pig Trail Scenic Byway, Ozark 2-lane time machine. Highway 23, better known as the Pig Trail, slices through the Ozark National Forest in a blur of switchbacks and sweeping curves. It was voted one of the top scenic drives in the country, yet somehow barely registers outside the region. It's 2 lanes, it's twisty, it's surrounded by a hardwood forest that explodes into color every October. Motorcyclists treat it like a pilgrimage, but here's the secret. It's best when you're not rushing anywhere. This is not an interstate replacement. This is a windows down, slow roll, playlist perfect kind of road. Watch for loose gravel and tight corners. Weekdays are quieter. Late October is peak color. Roll through in the morning light and it feels like you've hijacked autumn itself. Now imagine ending that drive in a mountain town that looks like it was built by people who refuse to use straight lines. 4. Eureka Springs, the crooked little mountain town. Eureka Springs doesn't have a grid. It has a personality. The streets twist. Stone staircases replace sidewalks. Balconies hang over crooked roads. It feels like someone dropped a Victorian village into the forest and let gravity handle the layout. The entire downtown is on the National Register of Historic Places. And because you have to drive winding mountain roads to get here, it still feels oddly secret. Parking is tight. The hills are real. If your knees prefer diplomacy, park once and use the historic trolley. Give yourself at least half a day to wander the galleries, old hotels, and cafes. And just outside town, Thorn Crown Chapel, a glass and wood structure tucked in the forest that feels like the Ozarks learned how to meditate. But if quaint isn't your vibe, let's chase waterfalls. 5. Haw Creek Falls and Pam's Grotto, roadside, waterfall double feature. Along Highway 123 sites Haw Creek Falls, water sliding over flat rock shelves into a shallow, clear pool. It's practically roadside, park, walk a few yards, and boom, private picnic energy. A short drive away, Pam's Grotto hides in the woods like a secret amphitheater. A thin waterfall drops into a shaded rock bowl surrounded by moss and quiet. These falls are seasonal. Late winter through spring brings the strongest flow. In drier months, they shrink, but the pools remain perfect for wading and photos. Shoes with grip are non-negotiable. Slick rock after rain is no joke. And here's what most tourists do. They stop at one waterfall and call it a day. But Arkansas has a way of stacking scenery, which brings us to a place with legends baked into the stone. 6. Petit State Park. Legend, canyons, and stonework. Petit State Park sits above the Arkansas River Valley like a compact national park. Waterfalls, deep canyons, overlooks, all within easy reach. Cedar Falls drops 95 feet into a shaded gorge. You can admire it from the rim or hike down into the canyon for the full misty effect. There's also a dramatic legend about a young French woman disguised as a cabin boy, Petit, buried atop the mountain. Whether folklore or fact, the overlook bearing her name has one of the best views in the state. Planning value? This park is extremely road trip friendly, short trails, paved viewpoints, a historic stone lodge with cabins and a restaurant. You can see waterfalls and canyon vistas without grinding out 10 miles of trail. But maybe you prefer your scenery moving. 7. Mulberry River, quiet Ozark float country. If the Buffalo is famous, the Mulberry River is its low-profile sibling, clear water. Forested hills, class 1 and 2 rapids when flowing right, enough action to stay interesting, not enough to stress you out. It holds extraordinary resource water status in Arkansas, meaning exceptional quality and beauty. Spring is the prime floating season. By late summer, water levels can drop too low, so check gauges or local outfitters before you plan. Even if you don't paddle, the drive following the river delivers endless pull-off moments. And speaking of elevation shifts, let's go to the top. 8. Mount Magazine State Park, on top of Arkansas. Mount Magazine State Park is Arkansas's highest point at 2,753 feet. The real magic? The bluff edge. Layers of ridges fade into blue haze. Hang gliders launch off cliffs using strong updrafts created by the steep drop to the Petit River Valley. Yes, Arkansas has hang gliding. There's a modern lodge perched right on the rim with cabins facing southward views. Temperatures up top run cooler than the valley, making it one of the best summer heat escapes in the state. The road is paved, but curvy. Take it slow. Stop at the overlooks. And if you're lucky, you'll see raptors riding thermals beside the cliffs. But if Mount Magazine feels grand, 9. Mount Nebo State Park, Bluff Top Loop Drive. Mount Nebo feels intimate, and it wraps around a narrow plateau with a rim drive that lets you literally circle the edge of the mountain. East-facing overlooks catch the sunrise. West-facing pullouts are built for sunset. The switchbacks climbing the mountain are steep and tight. Large RVs are discouraged. Inconvenient if you're hauling half your house. Fantastic if you prefer lighter traffic. There's also the Rim Trail linking several overlooks. An easy way to stretch your legs without committing to a full day hike. You could easily spend an afternoon here watching light move across valleys. And now we finish somewhere you've probably heard of, but not like this. 10. Hot Springs. Bathhouses and hillside trails. Hot Springs is famous for its bathhouses and naturally heated springs. Protected as far back as 1832, decades before Yellowstone, it's one of America's oldest preserved landscapes. Walk Bathhouse Row and you'll see ornate tile floors and historic lobbies where presidents and gangsters once took the waters. But most visitors miss the forested hills rising right behind downtown. Within minutes, you can be on Pine Line trails or drive to the Hot Springs Mountain Tower for 360-degree views over the Ouachitas. Planning tip: go for a weekday soak if you want fewer crowds. Pair it with a short hike or scenic drive the same day. It's one of the rare places where Spa Town meets mountain escape in a single afternoon. And that's the thing about Arkansas. It doesn't flex, it doesn't trend, it just quietly carves rivers through limestone, builds towns into hillsides, and lets two-lane highways twist wherever they feel like twisting. There's no mega resort skyline here, no tour bus traffic jams, just sunrise fog over rivers, empty scenic pullouts, and real towns that still feel real. If this video changed how you see Arkansas, hit like, subscribe for more hidden places, and comment on which spot you'd visit first. If this video made you laugh, dream, or scream, road trip, you will love the next video. Click here. The next wonder, it's one click away.